Hello, golf fans. I'll be walking you through the free response problem on your Chapter 2 practice test. So we're talking about Tiger Woods here and the distance he can drive a golf ball. This information is pre-scandal Tiger Woods. So it says that his distance follows a normal distribution with a mean of 310 yards and a standard deviation of 8 yards. Part A says sketch the distribution of his drives and label the points 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations away from the mean. So part A is where I draw my normal distribution, okay, label the mean, and then add 8 3 times to get 3 standard deviations, 1, 2, 3 above, and subtract 8, -1, -2, -3 standard deviations. And remember, that's my 68, 95, 99.7 rule. So I'm really only ever going to use that if I'm required to use the empirical rule. If not, I'm using my calculator and standard normal table. So that's it for A. Part B says what proportion, all right, again, use of the vocabulary there, of Tiger Woods drives travel between 300 and 325 yards. Now I'm going to draw a separate graph so you can kind of see how to do the problem separately. Okay, so it says that the distribution follows a normal distribution. I have a standard deviation of 8, a mean of 310. I want to know what proportion is between 300 and 325. And then I shade in between. Okay, now basically what I still have to do is I've got to convert this to z-scores so that I can use my standard normal table. So I'm going to get, first off, I write my formula down. That's points. I have to have the formula. And then I'm going to plug in the numbers. So Z1 is 300 minus 310 over 8, my standard deviation, and I get a z-score of -1.25. My Z2 is 325 minus 310 over 8, which is it's 875. I'm going to call that 1.88. Okay, so now I'm basically looking for the proportion or probability that Z is between -1.25 and 1.88. Now, in the past, I would have to look that up in the table. I'd have to look up both areas, area to the left of -1.25 and the area to the left of 1.88, and subtract. But now I have my calculator. So I will use my calculator, second bars, a little different on the Casio, but you enter it in the same. Normal CDF. Now, I'm going to type in the lower and the upper, or the min and the max. Now, in this case, I'm going between -1.25 and 1.88. So I'm just going to type those numbers in. -1.25, comma, 1.88. And voila, there's my answer, 0.8643. 0.8643. And that's my answer. Now, I could take this one step further and say the proportion of drives between 300 and 325 is 0.8643. Okay, now just another quick show of the calculator, how to input. Let's say I wanted the less than 300, okay, to the left of 300. How I type that in is normal CDF. Now, my lower, I'm going to make -1 and a bunch of zeros because I'm going all the way to the left, comma, my upper, I want to be -1.25. Okay, so that would be the area to the left of 300. And again, same thing if I wanted the area left of 325, I just would use the z-score right here of 1.88. So we've seen a lot going to the right. This is one going to the left. You use -1 and a bunch of zeros. That's way, way to the left. Okay, moving on. Part C. Find the 33rd percentile of Tiger's drive distance distribution. So basically, this is a reverse problem. So what I'm looking for is, in part C, if his golf drives are normally distributed with a mean of 310 and a standard deviation of 8, the 33rd percentile, remember percentile is the area to the left. So that's basically saying I want to figure out what drive distance has an area of 33% to the left. Now, again, if I look at my Z formula, basically, if I'm trying to find X, I know the mean's 310, and I know the standard deviation's 8. The only thing I'm missing is the Z. The good news is I can get the Z for any area to the left, and very, very quickly using my calculator. This is a reverse problem. I'm going backwards. I'm giving you an area ahead of time. So this is an inverse normal problem. So all I have to do is type in inverse normal 0.33. That's going to give me the Z score of negative 0.44. So negative 0.44. Now, a quick kind of error that a lot of students make is they just take this number and put it right here. But that's not the case. You're not putting the area there, you're putting the Z score. So you first have to plug it into your calculator or look it up in the table. So once I do that, it's simple algebra. Multiply by 8, add 310, and you get X equals 306.48 yards. Okay? That's it. Good luck on your test.